My name is Marilyn, and I'm going to talk about the memory matrix classroom assessment technique. Classroom assessment techniques are formative assessments. They differ from summative assessments in that they are almost never graded and are usually anonymous. Angelo and Cross talk about how formative assessments provide faculty with the information on what, how much, and how well students are learning. In an interview with Chase Nordengreen, the lead researcher in effective instructional strategies at the assessment group NWEA, he talks about the formative assessment being a time saver and time optimizer, and how they also help to understand in the moment what students want to do, what they're ready to work on next, and how to best provide them with the kinds of instructions or approaches that will help get them there. I'm going to talk about what a memory matrix is, when to use one, the best practices, and how to provide feedback to a learner, as well as the limitations and advantages of a memory matrix. A memory matrix is a table of rows and columns with predetermined headings. It allows for the assessment of recall and organization skills. The headings allow the learners to visualize existing relationships. A memory matrix can be used to address the teaching goals of improving memory and reading skills, developing appropriate study skills, strategies, and habits. And they also help learners learn terms, facts, concepts, and theories in a subject. Memory matrices can be used in courses with high informational content. They can be used as pre-assessments, but they can also be used as post-assessments for things like lectures, reading assignments, or films and videos. To create a memory matrix, a table is made and the row and column headings are given. In this example, the learner is being asked to identify the appearance of the selected issues that may occur when developing film x-rays, the developer cutoff, fixer cutoff, or static electricity. They need to identify why this problem has occurred and the solution to prevent this problem from occurring. The instructor then needs to create an answer key by filling in the memory matrix using the course terminology that was used in the lectures, discussions, readings, and any other instructional materials. The memory matrix should then be reviewed to check the headings of the rows and columns and the facts to make sure that everything aligns and that information doesn't blur into other categories. Blank copies of the memory matrix with only the headings should then be given to the learners to complete. Another option is to display the matrix on a screen or whiteboard and have the learners copy it onto scrap pieces of paper. The instructor should give learners guidelines as to how much information is expected for each answer and the time limit to complete the task. Once the matrices are collected, the instructor must assess the responses. The instructor should be able to determine learners' understanding of the outcome and determine if clarification is needed and if any areas require reteaching. Feedback for memory matrices is given immediately. It can be done as a class or in smaller group settings. The instructor needs to inform the students of the areas where they were successful. They also need to address the areas that learners demonstrated difficulty. So with the information gathered from the memory matrix, an instructor is informed of knowledge gaps and may decide to take the time to reteach an outcome with a different instructional approach. In order to use a memory matrix effectively and successfully, an instructor should start their learners off with a simple memory matrix made up of 2 or 3 rows and columns. And when they create the answer key, the instructor is going to become aware of information that may blend or overlap into the headings. So it's important to make the learners aware of this and to clarify this for them. It's also important for an instructor to acknowledge and inform learners that this assessment can oversimplify theories that are actually much more complex. Memory matrices can make it difficult to know if the answers were given as a result of in-class instruction or if the learner got the information prior to the course beginning. The format of a memory matrix can also dull an otherwise complex dynamic system. Another limitation is that students may have their own organization system for the information, and by using a memory matrix with headings already assigned, the teacher won't know the alternative categorizing that the learner has created for themselves. Lastly, let's talk about the advantages of the memory matrix. A memory matrix provides insight on a learner's ability to recall information, as well as their ability to categorize the information. A memory matrix can improve a learner's recall of the material by demonstrating how the information can be organized, making it easier to recall later at times like when they're writing their evaluations later in the course. Another advantage is that it's a great visual learning tool. And this is a benefit for learners and instructors because instructors can easily assess the information due to the simple graphic framework. Another benefit for instructors is that it's also very easy and quick to make. And that's a wrap on the memory matrix. Thanks for watching.